Hey guys, we're back again with another Wukong video, this time something completely different with a support crowd control build. And oh my god, we've hit 1,000 subscribers plus. This is absolutely incredible. You guys are awesome. Let's see what we're going to be doing in this build. Personally, I've been trying this out in endless survivals. This thing's really handy, and especially if you want to get the most out of Unicondi Prime, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this build. Let's have a look, shall we? So I've been testing out another one of Wukong's augments, known as the Celestial Stomp. Now what this does is, while your Celestial Twin clone is active, you can hold down the ability again for him to unleash a Stomp, which scales up with range mods and is really efficient at crowd control. Let's have a look at some examples. So don't worry, I will be showcasing this build off in more detail. I just wanted to make sure that you can see the mods I'm using for the examples are the same as the ones in my builds. I'm going to be spawning a level 135 Corrupted Heavy Gunners here, as we make our way over with the Cloudwalker ability, stun them, stomp with the clone, and then we go in for the kill with an Unicondi. Look at that damage, they're already dead. It's an absolute incredible synergy. I love it. Let's give that another go just to make sure, right? Now I have to say, I really do like Wukong Prime's look. I do, however, really like the Tenogen helmet that I use a little bit more than the Prime helmet. There's something about those big antennae that annoy me a little bit. But oh my god, look at this damage. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, this really does carry to endgame as well. I mean, we tested this on level 300 plus enemies and they were still going down with relative ease. It's the synergy with the comb and the Unicondi are really good at stripping armor together. I will be showcasing it all off very shortly, don't worry. So for the Wukong build, we're going to be focusing on range to really maximize that Celestial Stomp and have a lot more utility rather than raw damage like we did with the previous build. So we have Corrosive Projection in the aura slot this time, even in solo play, as it's going to help synergize with our Unicondi and our comb stripping armor. We have Enemy Sense in the Excellus slot. This is going to be useful with the Celestial Stomp as our range is quite high with this. We want to be able to find those enemies while they're CC'd and take them down. We have Vitality and Adaptation for some tankiness, Overextended and Stretch for the Stomp, and Prime Flow to help with the casting, and Prime Continuity to help with the Cloudwalker as well. And I threw on Hunter Adrenaline just for a little bit of extra energy management, as it can get quite tedious not having energy, which comes to why we use Arcane Energize, and we have Arcane Guardian for extra tankiness too. There are some alternative arcanes such as Arcane Strike, Fury and Avenger, which I also really enjoyed, and I think you have to find your own sweet spot with those. As for playstyle, however, you are going to be wanting to stomp at least about every 5 seconds or so, as a constant flow of enemies that are out of your radius may sneak up on you, and I recommend stomping and then attacking for a few seconds and then back to a stomp so that you can maintain that crowd control. Coming up next, we have the Unicondi Prime. Now these nunchucks of absolute destruction now proc Impact, Puncture and Slash, which is a great increase of damage, as we're going to be using Condition Overload and a hybrid setup. Let's have a look at the build. So we have Atlantis Vulcan for a stance mod, not that we have much choice of course, Prime Pressure Point for core damage, with Prime Fever Strike to gain our corrosive procs. Maiming Strike, Blood Rush and Organ Shatter are going to be bolstering our crit and synergizing with Berserker for our attack speed, and we have Condition Overload for even more crazy damage. Now Prime Reach I find quite essential, as the weapon doesn't have much reach on its own, and this just scales up really nicely. So give it a go and tell me what you guys think. So coming up next, we have the Comb. I've covered this weapon before, but I have to say the synergy with the Celestial Twin in this is just incredible. It's completely meme worthy, and well, let's just have a look at the build, shall we? So for the non-Riven Comb, we have Prime Point Blank for core damage, with Vigilante Armaments and Hell's Chamber for as much multi-shot as possible, Toxic Barrage and Shell Shock to gain our corrosive procs, and Scattering Inferno is added there for additional status chance and an additional elemental effect. We have Frail Momentum and Shotgun Spaz for increased fire rate, as we're not going to be able to get the 100% status without a Riven. I tried to use Nano Applicator before, and personally I found better results with the added fire rate mods. So just in case you guys didn't know, to get the most out of any pellet based shotguns such as the Comb, you're going to want to try and achieve 100% status chance way before you add multi-shot mods. What this does is allows you to apply every status effect you need per pellet, and of course, well, you can understand why that's important when you're trying to strip armor. So for when you're rolling a comb ribbon or you're looking to purchase one, make sure it has 120% status chance so that you can apply 100% status chance before multi-shot mods with only 3 of the dual stat mods equipped. This frees up a slot and allowing you to, essentially add whatever else you want on there. So some additional tips: I am using Magnus Elevate and Magnus Repair, the Operator Arcanes, in order to gain some extra healing. They're really nice, and if you've got the ability to get them, I recommend you do so as well. It's also worth mentioning that I am using the Naramon Focus School in order to gain our combo multiplier, rather than using Drifting Contact. And also, just another tip as well, you might see on my build sometimes that I've got something in the wrong polarity. It's mainly because I've done over-testing on other things and may have a ribbon for something as well, so just don't pay any attention to the polarities. So I'm going to end the commentary here and just say a big thank you to everyone who's supported the channel this far. And well, we are going to be doing a Wukong Prime Access giveaway. All you got to do to be in a chance to win this thing is to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on what your favorite Warframe is and why. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.
Another life support count.